It's the final Premier League fixtures in November. Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today welcome to my Game Week 13 Premier League predictions. We have some very good fixtures this weekend. We got a big one at the top at half 12, which we'll speak about in a second. So yeah, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. So let's get into the video. Okay, but then the first game is a 12:30 kickoff from the Etihad Stadium, and it is Manchester City versus Liverpool. Now, Manchester City, they come into this game after that brilliant 4-4 draw versus Chelsea. Liverpool come into this game, on the other hand, as they beat Brentford. They beat Brentford 3-0 2 weeks ago. Now, I didn't watch the Liverpool game, but apparently Liverpool battered Brentford, in my opinion, and yeah, but to be honest, I think I was expecting Liverpool to win, considering A, they're at home, and B, they're just quite dominant at home. But that Chelsea game 2 weeks ago against Man City was absolutely insane. You know, there was absolutely everything, and you know, I'll probably say the same from when I mentioned the Chelsea game. But that City game was just really, really good. You know, Jeremy Doku was good. Haaland, you know, scoring a penalty. I think he got 2 goals as well. It was just a really, really good game in general. And you know, City, they've got two other tough games. And of course, well, 3 you could say actually. They've got this game, then they've got Leipzig in the Champions League, and then they've got obviously Spurs. And P.S. I might be going to it. So yeah, I don't know yet, but hopefully I will be going to the Etihad. Come on. But yeah, you know, this could really go either way. You know, Liverpool, they're doing well at the moment. If Liverpool win this game, Liverpool will go top of the league, which I think will be the second time this season that's happened. Because I think after Liverpool beat Wolves, they went top. But, you know, they were only top for like 2 hours after City won their game. After City won their game, I think. I can't remember who they played against. But, you know, this will be a really tough game to predict. It's a flip of a coin. I'm going to go 2-2. I think Liverpool will get a point out of this game. You know, City, you know, I don't know if Haaland will be there, obviously, because, you know, he got injured with Norway during the international break. So, I don't know if he'll be able to play or not. And, yeah, no, I'm going to go 2-2. I'm going to go 2-2. And, of course, the next game is Burnley versus West Ham at Turf Moor. Now, Burnley, I can't believe Everton. Well, you know what? We'll speak about Everton later, but Burnley, you know, obviously that thing happened to Everton, and Burnley is still on, but Burnley, you know, they've got absolutely no chance in this game. They haven't won any of their last 6 games, 6 defeats in a row. Defeats against Chelsea, Brentford, Bournemouth, Everton in the Carabao Cup, Crystal Palace and Arsenal. But you know, last time out for Burnley, of course, they lost 3-1 to Arsenal, but they did make it 1-1 to be fair in the 54th minute. I was quite surprised about that. But of course, William Saliba and Zinchenko scored the goals to win Arsenal the game. West Ham, they beat Forest 3-2. Quite a scrappy game as well. You know, lots of action in that game. I did watch it. You know, it was actually quite a good game in my opinion. It was quite end-to-end. West Ham had chances, and so did Forest. To be honest, I'm expecting a West Ham win. Apparently, Bowen is likely to miss this game, which is kind of a big blow for them. But West Ham will win anyway, whether Bowen's there or not. I'm going to go 3-0 to the Hammers. P.S. Come on, Burnley. And of course, the next game is another 3 o'clock kickoff at Kenilworth Road. It is Luton Town. Sorry about that. It's Luton Town versus Crystal Palace. Luton, you know, 1-0 defeat at Manchester United 2 weeks ago. I did watch that game. To be honest, you know, Luton, I thought they were a bit poor. I thought United dominated them, if I have to be honest. I thought United were the better team. But for Luton, on the other hand, they were just a bit poor in my opinion. Palace, 3-2 defeat against Everton. 5 goals, by the way. It must have been a great game. But, you know, Palace will be well over the moon to have Edouard, Eberici Eze and Michael Elise back in the squad, because those are 2 key big players for Crystal Palace, and I bet Palace fans are happy to have them back. You know, the game obviously is at Kenilworth Road. Luton drew 1-1 last time when they were at Kenilworth Road, and it was against Liverpool, so you never know. They could get something out of this game, but I think Palace will be too strong for Luton. I'm going to go 3-0 Crystal Palace. And of course, the next game is probably the game of 3 o'clock, if that's even a thing. Well, I've made it up, so yeah. It's Newcastle versus Chelsea at St James's Park. Should be a cracking game. Chelsea on the roll at the moment. Beat Spurs 4-1. 4-4 against Manchester City. What will happen on Saturday, 3 o'clock at St James's Park? At St James's Park. Now you know, back-to-back defeats for Newcastle, of course. They lost 2-0 to Dortmund in the Champions League, and then a few days later they lost 2-0 to Bournemouth. Newcastle fans, what is going wrong at the moment? And Newcastle, they've got some big games coming up. You know, they've got Chelsea on Saturday, PSG away in the Champions League. They've got Man United at home, Everton away, Tottenham away, Milan at home. There are some big games coming up for Newcastle, and they've got to, you know, could this be, well, I don't know the word. I wouldn't say a downfall, but is this where things start to get Move, fly, jeez. Is this where things start to get a bit difficult for Newcastle? Who knows? But Chelsea, like I said, 4-1 win against Spurs, 4-4 against Man City. You know, that game against City was incredible. I thought Chelsea played really well, and especially Cole Palmer against his former club, like the cold moment, you know. Fair play to him. I think at the moment he should be going to the Euros, in my opinion. At the moment, anyway. We'll see if my opinion changes come the end of the season, but he should be going to the Euros at the moment, in my opinion, Cole Palmer. Great player. And, you know, the same with Newcastle. Chelsea got big games coming up. You know, they've got Newcastle, Brighton, United, Everton. Big games coming up, to be honest. And, you know, the two teams will be playing each other again in a few weeks in the Carabao Cup, so that should be quite an interesting watch. But for me, I am going to go with a 2-2 draw. Yes, Newcastle are at home, but they're a bit shaky at the moment. They've got big players out for injury. Chelsea are on the roll at the moment, so I'm going to go 2-2. And of course, the next game is Nottingham Forest versus Brighton at the City Ground. Again, this could actually be a decent game. Nottingham Forest are a very good side at home. Forest last time out, 3-2 loss at West Ham. I mean, like I said, it was a very good game. Forest, you know, the first goal was a stupid mistake from Nicolas Demiquez, but, you know, they responded well. And, yeah, but, you know, this will be a tough game for Forest. But I think the advantage Forest have is that they are at home. Of course, Brighton come into this game after drawing 1-1 with Sheffield United. I don't think that's a result Brighton really wanted. That is, well, to be fair, they are unbeaten in their last 5 games. 2 wins, and both of them were in the Europa League at home and away against Ajax. So that means, oh yeah, that's actually quite, oh yeah. I'm literally just looking at it now. Brighton, their last 3 Premier League games, 1-1, 1-1 and 1-1. Could you imagine if it's another 1-1 draw? 4 1-1s in a row. But, you know, personally, you know, Brighton against, I mean, no disrespect to Sheffield United, but Brighton should be beating them. But fair play to Sheffield United. One of my mates went, he's a Blades fan, and he said that it was a class day, so fair play to him. But this will be tough for Brighton. Forest away is hard to go. It is hard. I'm going to go 2-2. I was quite close saying a Forest win, but I'm going to go 2-2. And of course, the next game is Sheffield United versus Bournemouth at Bramall Lane. Now, Sheffield United, like I just said, 1-1 draw versus Brighton last week. Good result, to be honest, there for Sheffield United. And, you know, of course, they welcome Andoni Iraola's Bournemouth to Bramall Lane. Again, this could be a game where Sheffield United can win this game. If you can draw at Brighton, surely you can go and beat Bournemouth at home. But, you know, Bournemouth, they beat Newcastle last week. A massive win for them against a top team like Newcastle. This really could go either way, in my opinion. Sheffield United do have the advantage, though, that they are at home. But I think Bournemouth will sneak a win here. I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth. But this will be a good game, in my opinion. And the 5:30 kickoff then is from the Emirates. It's from the G-Tech Community Stadium. It is Brentford versus Arsenal. Now, Arsenal come into this game 3-1 win versus Burnley. Brentford lost 3-0 against Liverpool, and to be honest, I wasn't really expecting Brentford to get anything at Anfield because it's Anfield, it's Liverpool. Liverpool too good. Arsenal, 3-1 win against Burnley, quite comfortable to be honest. Saka got an assist. I can't remember who really scored to be honest. This could be quite a difficult game for Arsenal. Brentford, they are quite good at home, but to be honest, recently the Bees have been struggling. So in my opinion, I think Arsenal will win quite comfortably. I'm going to go 3-0. But come on, Brentford, up the Bees. Oh my god. Anyway, the next game, it's the game of the... No, I'm joking. It is Tottenham versus Aston Villa. Now, another loss last week, 2 weeks ago. 2-1 loss against Wolves. A really poor performance. I think arguably the worst performance this season, in my opinion. I just don't think it was really good enough, in my opinion. And, this is not a game that we want to play, to be honest. Aston Villa, yes, we're at home, but Villa are just world class. They got great players in their squad. Emiliano Martinez. And by the way, speaking of Emiliano Martinez, crazy scenes in the Brazil-Argentina game last night. Martinez reached up and tried to push a Brazilian. If you don't know what happened, guys, obviously Brazil and Argentina played each other last night in the World Cup qualifier, and I think after the national anthems, it massively kicked off between the Brazilian police and the Argentinian fans. Martinez climbed the thing and tried to do something push a police officer away or something, but it was mad, to be honest. And I hope everybody is okay who got involved. And I saw on Fabrizio Romano that some fans' blood and also I hope it's okay, but like I said, Villa, they got good players like Martinez, Diaby. Oh, I love Diaby. I would love him at Tottenham, to be honest. I think Diaby's a brilliant player. I probably like Luis as well. I think he's a class player as well. Probably Martinez. I'll probably take a lot of Villa's players at Spurs at the moment. Depends actually, but Diaby though, I rate him a lot. He's a good player, and one of my mates is going to this game. He's a Villa fan, so yeah, I tried to get tickets for this game, but we couldn't get any, unfortunately, which is annoying. But but I'm not confident for this game. Villa are on good form at the moment. I think they've just made it 13 home wins in a row now after beating Fulham. But and also Villa, if they had key players on 4 yellow cards and none of them got booked, so they are going to be playing in this game. This really could be a long day for us. But I'm going to go 3-1 to Villa. I think Villa will win, in my opinion. So let's just move on. And the second to last game, the penultimate game of the weekend, is Everton versus Manchester United. This could be a really, really good game, to be honest. Of course, Everton, as we know, they have been deducted 10 points after breaking profit sustainability rules. Now, I'll give my thoughts on it. Personally, I don't think this is right. Of course, you've got City with the 115 charges. You've got Chelsea recently. Also you've got the news coming out with us as well about Jermaine Defoe's transfer to Portsmouth in 2008. But you can't be punishing little clubs like Everton, and also I've actually seen as well that Everton have printed out loads of copies that says the Premier League is corrupt on it, and apparently there's going to be I think there's going to be a big display on Sunday, so you can tell that Everton fans are furious, and I don't blame them because it's just wrong for what they've done. City have cheated the league for 9 years, and then you've got Everton, who obviously that profit thing they did it in the 21-22 season, and apparently Everton can get deducted a further 9 points because apparently Southampton, Leeds, Leicester and Burnley are set to sue or threat Everton, obviously because obviously 21-22 Burnley who went down? Obviously 21-22 Burnley went down and Everton stayed up. But last season obviously Leicester and Leeds went down, and so did Southampton as well. But it is off the pitch, it's a bit of a mare at Everton at the moment, but on it, they're actually not doing too bad at the moment. But You know, they have dropped down to 19th now. They're 4 points. They're only above Burnley on goal difference. But, you know, I wonder how the Everton players are going to be. I wonder how the Everton players are going to be feeling. Are they going to be like, oh, well, I don't know, to be honest. But, you know, Man United, on the other hand, you know, won the win versus Luton. I thought they dominated. You know, Højlund had some really good chances. It probably should have been about 3-0 to United if Højlund would have put his chances away. And, you know, United, they probably got to win this game because their next 3 games are quite tough. Galatasaray, Newcastle and Chelsea. There are some tough games coming up, to be honest, for Manchester United. But in this game, I'm going to predict a 2-1 away win for United. This will be a really scrappy game. I think Everton will really go for this, but I think United will scrape a win here, 2-1. And the final game of the weekend, Monday night, under the lights at Craven Cottage, it's Fulham versus Wolves. Now, this is a bit of a dead game to put on Monday night, but we just got to suck it up. Now, Wolves beat us last time out, and personally, Wolves, fair play to you lot. I thought Wolves were absolutely outstanding, in my opinion. You know, we were poor, and, you know, obviously we did go 1-0 up, but after that, Wolves were absolutely brilliant, so fair play to them. Fulham, of course, they lost at Villa. You know, that's not really surprising because Villa are world class at home. To be honest, if Wolves play how they did against us, they could probably rock up at Craven Cottage and absolutely annihilate them. And I don't think it'll happen, but I do actually think Wolves will win. To be honest, you know, Wolves have just got to put in that same performance like they did against us, and then they'll get 3 points maybe. For me, I think Wolves will get 3 points, so I'm going to go 2-1 to Wolves. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. Smash like, subscribe. See you next time.